Sunday night during the big game, Michelob Ultra decided to get into the business of bowling with a few familiar faces. Take a look.
She cried to the southern wind about a love that would shoot you in. Every dream in her heart was gone, heading for a showdown. It's a rain all over the world. The longest night. She came to me like game time.
Yeah, and what an entrance from the 23-time Grand Slam champion who joins us now on Ad Meter Live, Serena Williams. Serena, thanks for the time. How are you?
I am so good, thank you.
You're obviously no stranger to Super Bowl commercials. Just last year, you were in a Spike Lee directed spot with Mick Ultra as well. So what'd you think when you saw the creative for this year's commercial?
So when I saw the creative, I was a little interesting because I was like, wait a minute, I like bowling, but I'm not the world's greatest at bowling. But I knew Michelob Ultra, if they know how to do something well, they know how to do beer and ads. So I was, it's a Super Bowl spot, so obviously I was super, super excited.
What attracts you? I mean, obviously it's, there's a huge audience, but is there anything else that attracts you to these Super Bowl spots?
Well, growing up as an athlete, it's like, it's the creme de la creme, So it's like you really want to be in a Super Bowl commercial. It's like, you have like a vision board, that's like the first on the board, and you always get the checks underneath, like Super Bowl commercial, Grand Slam win, Wimbledon, it's like all below that.
Wow.
So that's how high it is. But then it's not just for athletes, it's also for entertainers and business people. It's just across the board. It's like the thing to do. So anytime to have an opportunity to be in a Super Bowl ad is really just beyond fantastic. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, the ad's incredible, and obviously, as you mentioned, it's athletes and entertainers. Some of the athletes even featured in last year's spot returned for this one. Of course, Steve Buscemi also in this commercial. What was it like filming with everyone?
Well, it was really cool. So my spot was actually with Steve Buscemi and me, and I'm actually a huge fan of his. I've been following his career for decades. And so when I saw that we were shooting together, I was like super excited, and I wanted to ask him all about his movies, and of course I had to be focused on set, but it was still like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. Am I an actress now? Or, okay. But no, it was really a great moment.
Have you seen Big Lebowski, or are you a fan of other Steve's work?
I've seen a lot of Steve's work. A long time ago, obviously Fargo was a big one, but there's this movie called 20 Bucks that not many people heard of. That's actually when I first started watching Steve and been watching him ever since.
Yeah, I loved him in Boardwalk Empire as well. You mentioned obviously the Super Bowl commercial being on the vision board. Do you have any big game traditions in your household?
So in my household, I usually, if I don't go to the game, because often I go to the game, but if I don't go to the game, then I just try to get together with some friends, bring out all the Michelob Ultras, some snacks, some, chips or whatever, chips and dip, guacamole, like all that kind of fun stuff, putting together a good menu. I like to cook a little bit, and I more or less like to bake. So maybe like I'll bake some fun cupcakes, but small sizes. So yeah, it's really fun.
Serena, obviously we're seeing you on the television, of course, for the big game, but also we saw your family story on the big screen with King Richard. Now Oscar nominations are out. What does it mean to you that Will Smith gets an Oscar nomination for playing your father?
For Will Smith to have an Oscar nomination for playing my dad, it just gives me chills to even think about, and it's incredibly emotional because we've had such a long journey, and we're still in our journey, and so it's a little weird, right? But it's about my dad and my family, and Will Smith did an incredible job, just really nailing my dad as a character and looking at some of the side by side footage of how my dad spoke and then how Will did it. It's just, it's well deserved. And the movie is so inspiring, and honestly, I could talk about hours about how amazing the film is and how well deserved it is. And everyone I talk to, from Leonardo DiCaprio to producers, or they say, this is such a great movie, and that just makes me feel even better, because it's like, wow, they're my colleagues now. Because remember, am I an actress now, or a producer? They're my colleagues are like, giving it full credit and saying, it is well deserved.
Serena, we saw that DirecTV AT&T Matrix commercial so many times during the football season. You're an actress. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. We don't have to we don't have to ask anymore. Hey, let's talk a little tennis here. How are you feeling? How's the training going?
Feeling good. I'm back to training, which is exciting. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting, a little more fit training wise, just getting my body and my muscles used to like the tennis training, because that's totally different than just regular training. And then, no pressure, see what happens.
Of course, Michelob Ultra, the Superior Bowl with a number of familiar faces, including, of course, Serena Williams. Serena, thank you again for joining us here on Ad Meter Live.
Well, thank you so much.